Yes, indeed, folks. Good evening. Konbanwa, minasan. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, rest in peace, Plas Johnson. And Celia said she'd do terrible things to me if I didn't play that tonight. No, she didn't. But she sort of did. And what a guy, Plas Johnson. I mean, that was his big hit, if you like. Henry Mancini's Pink Panther. But going to do one more of his. And look through his CV, which I must admit I never had done, although I love his playing. Barbra Streisand, Frank Sinatra. He played on Let's Get It On. Rita Coolidge, Joni Mitchell, The Platters, Lalo Schifrin, a bunch of film scores. It's amazing. And so I started listening to one of his albums, his own albums. He had one of those careers like me, I guess, but a bit in a different league, where you have your own career, you put your own albums out, do your own lovely shows, and then you work in the studio to try and cheer other people's music up. That's the job of the session musician, and he certainly did a great job doing that. And it's like a swinging, jazz-tinged rhythm and blues rock sound. It's so thick, the sound is so thick. I started listening to the album, I think it was called Along Came Plas, or This Must Be Plas, or something like that. And I'd never heard him play baritone. He plays baritone on the second cut on that record. And, oh man, it's amazing. So I was on the BBC World Service, don't you know, on Wednesday, talking about Plas Johnson with Sean Lay, the News Hour. I'm sure you all heard it. Which is great. And thank goodness, it's one of the few that lived to a ripe old age. You know, he was a couple of days short of his 95th birthday. And Sonny Rollins, we didn't pay tribute to him properly, did we? If at all. He popped off just a month or so ago, a couple of months maybe, and he lived to a ripe old age as well. Maybe there's hope for me yet. Most of us don't. Let's not dwell on dark subjects. Hey, Ethan Thomas, missed you last week. And I believe there's a new saxophone in the family. Oh, so exciting. Yeah, hit me up if you need any assistance. I'm sure you won't. It'd be one of those situations where you're starting off now. In a few months' time, you'd be whizzing past me in the fast lane. On account of you have youth on your side. All I would say is, bit of practice every day. And sound matters. No, zip, you crack on. That's so exciting. We gave you a drum roll last week. Amazing. So another one that one of the many that Plas played on was Sam Cooke's "Twisting the Night Away." So we've had that a couple of times, but I reckon we should have it again. Oh yeah, and of course, because I used the classic sax solos version for the Pink Panther, so you got a bit of Poirot as well. Got a bit of Poirot for your money. Yeah. Twisting the Night. It's a great song anyway. We'll have it. Sing along, guys. Let me tell you about a place somewhere up the New York way, where the people are so gay they're twisting the night away. Here they have a lot of fun, putting trouble on the run. Man, you find the old and young twisting the night away. They're twisting, twisting Everybody's feeling great. They're twisting, twisting, they're twisting the night away. Here's a man in evening clothes. How he got here, I don't know, but man, you want to see him go, twisting the night away. Dancing with the chicken slacks, she's a moving up and back. Oh man, there ain't nothing like twisting the night away. They're twisting, twisting, everybody's feeling great. They're twisting, twisting, they're twisting the night away.
Lean up, lean back, lean up, lean back. One, two, three. Now fly, now twist.
Here's a fella in blue jeans, dancing with an older queen, stalled up in diamond rings and twisting the night away. Oh man, you see her go, twisting to the rock and roll. Here you find the young and old, twisting the night away. They're twisting, twisting, everybody's feeling great. They're twisting, twisting, they're twisting the night away.
Lean up, lean back, lean up, lean back. One, two, three. Now fly, now twist.
They were indeed twisting the night away. What a song. Oh, Sam Cooke, man. Gotta love Sam Cooke. Cheers. Plows. Sonny Rollins. You guys. A couple of requests in tonight. In addition to Celia's Plas Johnson request, how could I have ignored the passing of Plas, Celia? Well, you were right. You were right to mention it, because, well, you just were. So Kevin Jane had a couple of great tunes in mind, one of which I've had a little look at for tonight. So sing along, you guys. And there's a lovely connection, because this one is, well, it's Moon River, which is also written by Henry Mancini. And he did, the majority of his stuff was for media, film and television. And this one appeared in Breakfast at Tiffany's, I think it's called. And Audrey Hepburn starred in that. And Henry wanted her to sing the song. Johnny Mercer wrote the words. It's a great partnership. And the production crew said, now we need to get a professional singer in and she can mime along to it. But he insisted. I like that. I like people insisting. And what a song. I mean, I haven't played it properly before. You know, that crazy Robin Smith character. He once called it, and I thought, oh, I don't know if I even know it. What's the first note? What key is it in? I'm sure I played it wrong. But this time, I've got no excuse. I've had a chance to have a look at it. It's just so simple and so beautiful. There's about 3 notes in it. Well, slight exaggeration. Moon River, guys. Wider than a mile. you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. Yeah. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend. Oh, river and me. Tune. And the words too. Two drifters off to see the world. Such a lot of world to see. Oh, we're after the same rainbow's end. Fantastic. I'm taking this off not really knowing what I'm going to play next. Let me have a think. Let me calm down. Take a big breath. Have a sip of my beer. Have a look at my little list, my cheat list. Yeah. I was right. I must have sensed I was going to change horns back from the tenor to the alto and have a bit of Jackson 5. top tunes tonight. Oops, in my opinion. I could say that because they're not my tunes, they're classics. Everyone a winner. Always makes me think of Simon playing that tune, as many things make me think of Simon. In the latter years of the Snake Davis band, in the Simon years, we used to play that quite regularly, and it's kind of me and him would trade a bit at the end and really rock out. And so it used to get so exciting. Oh yeah. To Simon, to Plows, Sonny Rollins. And Mr. David Bowie, while we're toasting the greats. It's a silly thing, but I'm just wondering if you've ever had this experience when you're absolutely starving. Well, I shouldn't say that. You're more than moderately hungry. And there's no grub to be had, because you're travelling, circumstances, rushing, no time, whatever. So I had a long day in London yesterday. Left early, got back late. And I did have a little bit of breakfast before I got to the train station, but I never had no lunch, no tea. I'm coming back on the train. I don't really like train food, so I ate my cereal bar, but I was still really hungry. And then this morning, I unloaded my backpack to get things back in place for the stream and everything. And there was a big bag of emergency mixed nuts that I'd forgotten to put in there. I had this sort of pang of disappointment, regret for what could have been. I could have been like, chomping away on some Brazil nuts. And what else was in there? Almonds. What else was in there? Sorry, normal service will now be resumed. Wake up. So my archivists are in the same room. That's really exciting. And we've got a plethora of Scottish folks listening in. Well, John, you're not a true Scot, are you? And Leslie, I think you're from Mablethorpe. Or Grimsby. But Stuart Coleman, he's a true Scot. But anyway, you're all very sensibly residing in Scotland. John and Leslie and Stuart. So yeah, bring on the Scots. Bring on all of you. And guys, thank you for your generosity. Honestly, we appreciate every little shekel which gets tossed into the busker's hat. Whether it's in the form of coin of the realm or tea or beer. It's always appreciated. You're good folks. What am I blathering on about tonight? But you are good folks. And what a lovely scene we have down here. Back in 2 weeks. Oh yeah, doing a long saxophone student day next Sunday. On the south coast. Millions of them. What are we going to do with them? Ow! Oh, that sounded expensive. Oh, another war wound. No, wrong. It's the big one. A last minute request screamed in today. I kind of did all the prep I could for the stream over the last couple of days because me and Sally and the gang, our lovely village friends, a lot of you have met Andrea. She was the co-chef when we used to have shows in the studio. All that tasty grub which somehow quite often seemed to outshadow the music. I can understand why. Anyway, we all went to see Odyssey. And it's quite a long movie, so that took up quite a lot of the day. And I turned my phone on. Last minute request. Oh, Okay. Can I do it? We're about to find out. Oh no. So that's another sax great. I haven't played this for years, but Ronnie Ross, amazing London baritone sax player, played the solo on this, and he was a fantastic player. Another guy like Plas Johnson, really, like, played sessions and did his own thing, and played in the BBC orchestras down in London and did sessions for people whose names I can't remember. A lot of Latin-y type. Just a minute. Who's that? Could you get that? Just a minute. Might even have been called that. I can't remember what it's called. Grandpa says hello back. Somebody will probably tell me. Anyway, he played the Barry solo on that as well, which is great if my memory is into gear. But anyway, you probably know what's coming. Walk on the Wild Side. Ronnie Ross also taught David Bowie, not my David, not our David, the one who became a star, and it was not really called David Bowie. Taught him to play sax, and he was an alright sax player. Not as good as Ronnie. You can always tell me to shut up and get on with the playing. So for you, Anne, and for you, Richard, Holly's going to come in from Miami, FLA. Came from Miami, FLA, hitchhiked away across the USA, plucked her eyebrows on the way, shaved her legs and then she was a she. Hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. He was a she. Hey honey, take a walk on the wild side. Yeah. Gender reason. Candy came from out on the island. In the back room, she was everybody's darling. But she never lost her head, even when she was giving head. She said, hey baby, take a walk on the wild side. I said, hey honey, take a walk on the wild side. And the color girls go, we've got Little Joe never once gave it away. Everybody had to pay and pay. With a hustle here and a hustle there, New York City is the place where they said, hey baby, take a walk on the wild side. I said, hey sugar, take a walk on the wild side. Yeah, yeah. Sugar Plum Fairy came and hit the streets, looking for soul food and a place to eat. She went to the Apollo, you should have seen him go. Said, hey sugar, take a walk on the wild side. Hey baby, take a walk on the wild side. Alright, yeah, yeah. Walking on the wild side. Jackie is just speeding away. Thought she was James Dean for a day. Then I guess she had to crash. Valium would have helped that bash. She said, hey babe, you can walk on the wild side. I said, hey honey, take a Keep singing. Great request, though, and thank you. You made me work in a good way. Yeah. Lou Reed. Wow. That is a classic, isn't it? I'm trying to think of the guy's name who produced it. Amazing British producer who I had the pleasure of working with. And it was such a fantastic couple of days working with that chap who's very famous and whose name I cannot remember. No surprise there. So I thought, the Barry's out now. Grandpa has been stirred from his slumber. So, should give him an outing. Let him play a little bit. So, although the sax on the Wild Side is brilliant, there's not much of it, really. Is there? So, what do you think, man? What do you think? A couple of tunes before you put your pipe and slippers back on. Okay. So, when you play a tune on a different sax than what you've ever played it before, you do have to get your first note in place because your fingers have to go in different places because this is in E flat. And the tune, what I'm going to play, second that emotion, I play on the tenor, usually, always, which is in B flat. So you didn't need to know that. Well, Ethan did. And it starts on a G sharp starts on now. I think. Hey Marina, hi. Even further than Scotland. Lovely to see you, welcome. We're wobbling. It's the Wakefield wobble. The Wakefield wobble, where you wobbling? I was. Got a wobble on. Okay, mate, you're done. Good night, Grandpa. Say good night to everybody. The Barry. He's a noble beast. Oh, I've missed a tune that I was going to do. Maybe I'll do it now. I should. And it's ironic, I didn't plan this, but the tune I missed is called Missing You. I should do it. So I wanted to do it, and it was partly to plug a couple of gigs. Well, to tie in, you know, I like a nice tie-in, because we're on the road. A couple more with lovely Gareth Helmsley coming up. Let me see if I can get this right. Friday is Helmsley. Saturday with Gareth again is Louth Jazz Club, the club that time forgot. Cute, quaint little club. Do come and see us, me and Gareth. Then I got to drive to the south coast, spend a day with, I think there's only 30 of them this time, the sax players. And then coming up is actually a farewell tour with Mark and Johnny, the Snake Davis Trio, as we are known. And we've got 3 gigs, one sold out. Let me get this right. Brampton, middle of August-ish. This is Brampton near Carlisle. And then 2 gigs in Lampler Village Hall. The evening is sold out, so we added a matinee. Tickets are available. It's your last chance. And we do have a nice time, and you know what great players they are. So let's have a bit of Missing You. Where else is coming up? Oh yeah, I mentioned the Honister slate mine possibility to you guys the other day. This is a slate mine, a working slate mine in northwest Cumbria, not far from Keswick. But it's up in the mountains in Borrowdale. And we're going underground, me and Gareth, November the 7th. If it goes well, we'll add the 6th. If that goes well, we'll add the 5th. But yeah, it's not on sale yet, I don't think. Still finalising the details. But it's an amazing space in there. It's like a massive cavern. It's cathedral-esque. Is that such a word? Huge. And you have to put on the hard hat and good footwear to get in, but it's not treacherous. It's just that you don't want to be banging your head, because you go through you go the way that the little engines used to go to load the slate to bring out of the mine. It's just 100 yards or so. And then you're in the cavern. Beautiful. I'll keep you posted on that. Well, I'll try to. But you keep an eye out as well. snakedavis.rocks, where there's all the information. That'll be an epic outing. And Chipping Village Hall, there are still some tickets left for that in October. And there are still some tickets left for Clitheroe in September. The Grand, this is hurting my brain. And Barnslwick also in October. Somewhere beginning with T. Tollerton. Again, back to the Lake District again with the 4-piece. I wish I hadn't started this. Throkeld, that's it. Phew, and I probably missed some. Where are you, boys? I'm missing you. Oops. Oops-a daisy. That's not so good. Well, I promised missing you. I'm going to have to use a different track. Oh no. Why is that sound not coming out of there? I'll just try my settings. See if I can sort it out. Because we're all friends. Bear with me. Output. Joe. Output. Where's output? Audio. That's what I need. Audio. Monitoring device. External headphones. That's right. That's what it should be. No, man. It's not happening. No. I don't know. Okay. We'll have missing you anyway. You won't see the boys. Let me find the another version of it. Well, actually, I could leave them on in Vision, couldn't I? I could leave them in Vision. It'll be all out of sync and stuff. No, it'd be a bit weird because there's no trumpet on this version. Here we go. It's a tune I wrote with my very good friend Mr. Ed Poole, called Missing You. So back to where we were, and I want to go out tonight with a beautiful Duke Ellington tune with a wonderful arrangement by our Simon, Mr. Simon Goulding, and of course some beautiful bass playing on this track too. What a guy, Mr. Duke Ellington. Now I'm hoping, just to carry on until they have to bury me doing what I do. But if I was forced to retire, I'd read biographies, autobiographies or biographies on people like Duke Ellington and Plas Johnson, and listen to so many more records. Get all my vinyl out. But given the choice, I'd rather just keep playing. Which, considering the amount of practice you have to put in, even just to stay as good as you are, doesn't leave much time for much else. But it's all towards a good cause of doing this, making music and being together. So, great. That'd be wonderful to see you in the flesh, Guy, Ethan, Thomas. Come on. Where do you guys live anyway? I got a feeling you're Southerners. Not, that sounded like it was an insult. Bloody Southerners. Nothing wrong with the South. I've been to London twice this week. That's why I'm all tired and hungry. I'll see you before we go, in a sentimental mood. The amazing, the one and only SG, Mr. Simon Goulding. You guys take care. Maybe I'll see some of you out on the road, in the flesh, in real life. If not, 2 weeks' time, back down the den if you can make it. Always a wonderful thrill to be in this same virtual space. Feels warm. It's good. It's a good thing. Bit of music. Bit of lightheartedness. No pressure. Thanks a million. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for your friendship. Much love to you all. See you before too long. I know. Looking forward.